Okay, an entire week has went by since my last video, and today I am doing some testing on some cool little voltmeters. Since the weather is still rainy and snowy and cold and cloudy and everything but a hurricane on Gilligan's Island, I can't play around with my solar whatsoever, so I thought I would do this testing here. I've got my little 4-cell auxiliary battery pack, and I've got these really nice cool little meters. I've had these for a while. I bought them all brand new on eBay. I bought 6 of them. Somewhere I saw a video where a guy was taking these exact meters, and he says they use almost no power whatsoever. So he was taking and attaching these permanently to his battery packs. They're really small. They have a nice little where these thumbtacks here I've got in there. There's actually holes to put in screws or whatever, so you can easily attach them to your battery pack. So evidently they don't use hardly any power, so it's very easy just to permanently attach them and just leave them there, and they're perfectly fine. Well, I don't know if I would do that, but I definitely would like to have one of those attached to each one of my battery packs. So today I've decided to test these out. So I'm going to do quite a bit of meter testing here today and tomorrow. So I got my Innova multimeter ready to go here. I believe this is the most accurate meter I have, and I'm basing that on the fact that it costs pretty much $50 brand new. So I'm kind of going on the assumption that you get what you pay for, so that should be the most accurate. That may be nowhere near true, I don't know. But that's kind of what I'm going with right now. So let's go ahead and plug this in. I've got it rigged up very nice and safely. There's no fuse anywhere because I don't believe there will be a short. So let's go ahead. And oh, there we go. They all lit up. And they all say 16.1 volts. I don't know if the camera, the camera can see that. 16.1, 16.1, 16.1, 16.1, 16.1. Well, that is quite thrilling. I honestly wondered if I was going to get 6 different readings, but that is cool. So my pack, I wrote on here 16.55. I think that's what it was when last time I fully charged it. It's been sitting for quite a while. So now, let's go ahead and slide this over and see what the Innova is going to tell me here. Hopefully it will be very, very similar. At least that's what I'm hoping for. 16.0. Oh, get a good connection here. I'm having a little trouble holding that on there. Alrighty, there we go. 1606, teetering with 7. 1606. 1601. Well, that's about 4/10 off, right? That is not bad. That's pretty darned accurate. I think that's accurate enough for me. Well, I am pretty thrilled with that. I think that's pretty darned accurate. So what I want to do right now is do a little time check here. If I can find my cell phone, there it is. It is 2:04 in the afternoon here on the 27th. So let's just write down our time. 2:04 p.m. And now let's write down the Innova voltage. $16.05 now. It came down. Well, that might not be good. Okay, well, it did drop down 1/10. I'll be darned. So 16.05 volts. and that's going to be at 2:04 p.m. on Monday. So I am now going to just leave this thing. I'm just going to park this thing right here and leave it, and I'll come back at say 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. That will give me 12 hours, and I'll kind of monitor this off and on, and I'll watch these and see if they start dropping. There's 6 meters connected up there, so they got to be using something. But I'll kind of monitor it off and on, and we'll see. But I'll let that sit for 6 hours, for 16 hours, and we'll see what kind of a drain it has on that 4S pack. So I've also been testing the 3S pack. Actually, I've been testing this meter here. I have 2 of these, if you remember right. But I've been testing this one. I've got it hooked up as the auxiliary battery. I've only got the one auxiliary battery plug. I ordered more, but they haven't arrived in the mail. So this has been running for just a little over 12 hours. So let's see what the voltage is on this. It originally was 12.12 volts. It's now down to 11.29 volts. So that's pretty good. That's 24 hours that has ran. I believe I'll let this run for another 24 or so hours and just see, because these units actually use, I want to say, like 4 volts. It requires 4 volts to run them. So it's definitely draining this little 3S pack. So we'll continue testing that. And then tomorrow morning, after I'm done with the 16-hour test on all these, and you know what? It's already dropped down while I wasn't looking. 16.0, 16.0.0.0.0. This one's still 1. That's 0. So evidently, running 6 of these together is going to drain my pack. Probably as rapidly as one of these would, I guess. So we'll find out. This is kind of a weak pack. All these cells are less than 1500 milliamp hours each, but it has been holding its voltage and all that. So when we're done with this tomorrow morning, if that 4S pack isn't completely drained down, I would like to run some comparison tests against those 6 gauges against all of these and make sure that this one, as well as this one here, is accurate. I'll be done with that test then. We'll test the capacity controller against those 6 and the ANOVA. And this one, which I really don't like this, it's a volt and amp meter. And it is not accurate as far as I know, but it is adjustable. There are the adjustment screws back there. I don't know if I want to fool with it. The reason I don't like it is it requires this shunt, and I just don't like it, so I may just end up just pitching that at some point. And then I've got these really cheap, inexpensive Chinese meters. I bought a couple of more of these. They are volts and amps and ohms and whatever else, I don't remember, but the first 2 I had, which I no longer have, were not accurate at all. But these are adjustable. They have the same type of screw. You have to take it apart and go in there, and I don't know if I want to fool with it. I paid about $4 for each one of these, and they're very inexpensive, but we'll compare all that stuff with the new meters. For these new meters, I don't remember what they cost a piece, but all 6 of them cost me on eBay $8.64, and that was with free shipping. So I'll put a link down below or in the description or at the end of this video for these on eBay. So we will return tomorrow with some more tests and the results on these 6 meters.